Okay, so we've got a 2005 KTM SMR 450 RFS head here. Had a failure of the left exhaust valve. Not exactly sure what happened with it, but it is the engine, the 03 to 05, that has the bronze or brass yellow metal valve guide that said to be incompatible with the tie valve, supposed to wear at an exceptionally quick rate. This one had about 40 hours on it. I've heard that 30 is when you want to pull it and do something one way or another. Stainless valves or put in the sintered iron guides. And here we have the valves. Sorry for my camera, it doesn't really focus, but both exhaust valves. You can see there's a chunk missing out of this one, and I believe that is in the piston there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's broken the whole way through. It's cracked, split, and I think that's where the rest of the stem went, drove through that. It's hard to see, but there's splits down the side of the cylinder. The piston split in half, about 4 or 5 nice impact points from the upside down bit of the valve head that was left in there. Anyway, what we want to do here is just show the play in these guides for what that's worth. I don't know really what should be expected, and the guide for the damaged valve definitely shows a lot of play. Could have received a little more damage as it was being broken, or maybe it had this much play and that's what caused it to break. Can't really be sure. A lot of speculation, I guess, at this point. One way or another, I have an engine that had a failure that is really attributed to nothing more than something going on with the valve hitting the piston. Cam chain was great, timing was on, everything was where it should be, and of course the valve breaking caused pretty much every other valve to be bent slightly. You can see there's a discoloration at one point on this exhaust valve, and some of the carbon's been knocked off from the impact. Slightly bent, not broken though. Broken about the same place though in this one. Anyway, so we can see here, well, they're going to hit each other. Not sure the best way to do this. Well, we'll just go with the intakes first, the play that they have. See a little bit. And they're not as bad, but they do have a little bit to them. You can even hear it. Just pull that out of the way. And here, this exhaust, get it off the rag. Just kind of see the way it has some play and wiggle to it. Not really bad, but you really don't want any. I mean, maybe that's acceptable, but I don't really think so. And then the one that's broken, you can see, well, it's probably too dark, but it's visually ovaled out. And with this one, you can really tell. Hear it. And it's even worse this way. That's where it's definitely egged out. I mean, that should be about a 1/1000th tolerant, something like that. I mean, that's just, like I say, it could have been increased by the piston hitting it and bending it in the guide. I mean, it just floats. So maybe it wasn't that bad until it got hit, but it's bad now. And they all got bent a little bit. I think the exhausts are generally worse from the heat. But yeah, probably a pretty boring video, but just wanted to kind of share what I've been going through with this whole rebuild process, I guess. I think at this point I'm going to send the head off, have the 1/over kibble weight valves put in, and the appropriate springs and all that sort of thing, and hopefully have the head cleaned up. You can see the camera doesn't focus well, but these little shrapnel impact points in the squish area from, I guess, the bits of titanium. There's a nice gouge over here from the valve head, and it's a little chewed up around the spark plug. I mean, the valve itself is just pounded into the piston, and I mean, titanium's tough stuff, and it's destroyed. So then it destroyed everything around it. But well, now for a second chance.